All right, welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And what are we doing today?
Well, today we're going to do a little frugality quiz.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to talk about 40 ways to know if you are frugal. We actually got this whole list of statements from the channel Under the Median. It was really cute. If you didn't see it, we have it linked down in the description, and you can watch it after this is over. But it was Larry and their son Phil that was answering whether or not they are frugal. My apologies. I thought I had that muted. All right. Anyway, hopefully I didn't cause any feedback with that. All right. So they did this quiz and they answered, and Hope was the one who came up with the quiz and then let them answer how they felt they were frugal or not, and they gave a yes or no response. At the end, they tallied up how many no's they had to figure out what percentage of frugal they are, and I think they were 78%. We're not going to come into the ballpark of that. I know, because when I was watching it, I was thinking about how we would answer it, and I know that we had more no's than they did. But we loved the wording of this quiz, so we thought it'd be a lot of fun to actually do this. So we want to invite you to give your answers, or at least like keep your tally up if you want to. And if you are game, let us know what percentage of frugal you are at the end. And be sure to jump in there and tell us anything that you like, what you think when you hear these statements.
Yeah.
You'll say, well, because we're going to tell you what we think. Okay. I don't have my glasses on. I figured that's who that was. Hello, Leisure. I could kind of make out the shape of the word, so I knew. I was thinking that looks like it says leisure. All right, Joel, you want to get started?
Sure.
Do that. We won't be able to see the comments.
I'm going to show the chat. Okay. All right.
There we go.
Whatever. Okay. All right. So question number 1, you consider grocery shopping a competitive sport and probably tell everyone the amount that you save.
I don't think we consider it a competitive sport, but due to the fact that we have a YouTube channel where we talk mostly about how to save money on a budget when it comes to food, we do tell everybody how much we save.
Yeah, it's not competitive with other people. It's competitive with ourselves.
Yes, there you go.
If you want to say it in that way, then you could say yes, but it's not competitive with other people.
Exactly. It sounds like we're competitive when we tell people how much we spend, but it's not intentional, like we're trying to be competitive with anybody. We're just hoping to give everybody tips. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Number 2.
By the way, before we keep going, let's just know that I've read, Joel, about the first 7 or 8 of these so he could get the idea of what these statements were like. But after like this 7th or 8th one, this is going to be the first time he's ever seen or heard these statements. So this may get really fun when he does.
Yep.
All right. Okay. I don't know what it says.
I don't say how much I save because I never would pay full price.
Yeah.
Good. All right, number 2. Your idea of a splurge is buying the brand name cereal instead of the generic. I don't normally. There's some things that I'm brand specific to, and I think if I was going to buy cereal, that would probably be one of them. I'm not going to buy offhand Captain Crunch, more than likely.
To be honest, we don't buy cereal often at all. Like, I think we bought a couple of boxes of cereal back when we did the 12 days of Christmas treats for some of the recipes, but we just don't eat cereal typically. We're more of a savory breakfast type. We we eat eggs and stuff like that a lot more than we ever do cereal. So, but if you were talking about anything, I suppose that if we were buying a brand name instead of a generic, we might consider that a splurge. But there's just some things that is just not the same. We'll give you an example of one, and it's not cereal related, but it's crescent rolls. We bought the generic kind of crescent rolls before, and they tear. They're just much harder to work with. So yeah, we usually buy the Pillsbury, and the Pillsbury the name of the crescent rolls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I guess we would consider it a splurge, but we feel like it would be necessary.
Yeah.
Does that say Crystal Method?
Yep.
Hey. Sorry, I can't see without my glasses on, and it called light reflection, so I keep taking them off for that reason. Okay.
All right, number 3, you reuse tea bags until they resemble an ancient artifact. No, we don't. I mean, Chrissy's the only one who does tea.
I do herbal teas, and I only do them like maybe 2 times a week. So yeah, no, I would not keep used tea bags sitting around.
Every time you use a tea bag, it weakens the tea, and you don't get the right flavor out of it anyway. So I don't know why you would do that, unless you just like weak tea. I don't know.
I think it's to stretch the tea so they get more uses out. But
I get that, but it weakens the tea. You don't get the same flavor.
I think I would just prefer not to drink it every day, so that I could stretch out the tea bags instead of keeping them and weakening them every time that I use them. But like I said, it takes me like a month to go through like 16 bags or something. So, it's like, I don't see it. I wouldn't do it, but that's okay. So, all right. So we actually aren't keeping up with how many no's we have so far. We have.
Okay. Why don't you just type out beside it?
What did we say to it? Is that a no or a yes?
It's competitive for ourselves, but not for other people.
Okay.
So
we're going to say yes to that.
It all depends on how you define the question.
We're going to say yes to that one.
Okay.
All right. Your idea of a splurge is to buy brand name. Probably. Reused tea bags. We're going to give that one a no. Sorry. Okay. We're going to give that one a no. So we had our first no.
Number 4, buying bulk makes you feel like you've won the lottery.
I mean, that's a strong statement. The lottery.
Yeah. No.
And we believe that you can't assume that everything in bulk is a better deal. So, at least we know, like Under the Median has like an Amish place that's not too far from them, and they'll go once a month and get all their stuff like oats and stuff like that in bulk, and it's like a lot. Like, and I get that may be really good deal, but I've looked it up and there's not an Amish place around here. For us, bulk means going to Sam's Club or Costco, and that's a shooting match. Like, you have to do the math, because sometimes the answer is not going to be that this is a frugal thing to do. Yep. So but if we find a good deal that's in bulk, we're always excited about it. But I wouldn't say Sam's Club and Costco are like such a huge difference that we're like, woohoo, we won the lottery. Yeah. So I guess we're going to say no to that.
Yep.
Okay, we've got 2 no's. See, I told you we're going to be a lot. We're going to be a lot of it. It's not competition.
Your wardrobe is a collection.
Because we will lose.
Number 5, your wardrobe is a collection of hand-me-downs, thrift store finds, and garments from a decade ago. No. However, my wardrobe does consist of probably 20 racing shirts, shirts that I have writing like logo, not logo shirts, but slogan shirts, graphic tees, things like that, and pants that I've had for a while, and then work clothes. So
he actually has a lot more clothes than I do,
it's
which is ironic.
I run a lot of races.
He runs a lot of races. He also has uniforms, and I work at home, so I don't have uniforms. So, the answer for me would be no, and there's several reasons why. One reason is because I'm very short, and so there's not many times that I can get hand-me-downs from somebody and they actually fit me. I mean, that was even a thing when I was skinny in high school. My sister is like 6 inches taller than me, so like I couldn't wear any of her pants or anything like that. Besides, she was 5 years older than me, so usually like the clothes had been gone before then anyway. We had a next door neighbor that would give us hand-me-downs, and I would wear those. But now that I'm not skinny, finding something that's for a really short person that's not skinny is almost impossible, because the idea is if you aren't skinny, then you must be tall. So, it's always been a challenge. And that's the same reason why thrift store finds are hard for me, is because they don't carry many petite length clothing options in thrift stores. So even if I was like skinny, my legs, I'm 2 inches shorter than the petite length inseam. So even petite length pants are too long for me. So thrift stores are hard for me as well for that same reason. And as far as garments from a decade ago, I've yo-yo dieted too much. That's in our story, was that I would, go on these restrictive caloric diets, and it would go work for a little while and then stop, and I would start gaining the weight back. And I've even gotten all the way down to like 118 pounds. And then all of a sudden, as soon as I stopped taking some random drug that they put me on, I started gaining the weight back. So, and I've even done the thing where people were like, okay, get rid of any clothes that are too big for you now, because if you don't, you'll gain the weight back. Well, I gained the weight back anyway, so I've gotten rid of clothes over the years just because I lost weight. And then I gained the weight back because the problem hadn't been fixed. The real problem of why I was gaining weight hadn't been fixed. So, long story short, but that means it's very difficult for me to actually buy thrift store clothes, have hand-me-downs. And the fact is, I just don't have garments that I had 10 years ago for that reason. So, all right.
Number 6, you mastered the art of DIY repairs with duct tape as your trusty sidekick. Well, number 1, I don't duct tape stuff just to duct tape stuff. But I do most of our repairs that I can do. Mm-hmm. I actually do those at the restaurant as well. So you teach yourself to do some things, you can save some money. So I would put a yes on that, mm-hmm. with an asterisk that I do have duct tape. I just don't use it for everything.
Yep. So feel free to jump in with any responses that you have to these. We would love to hear them.
That's right. Number 7, your version of a luxury vacation involves camping in the backyard.
That would be a really small backyard to camp in.
We can't camp back there.
But Joel's never been much of a camp outside kind of person, and especially not in the backyard. We would be more the kind that would just save up for a while and pay for the trip. So mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't really camp in the backyard. Have any of y'all ever done that? I did when I was growing up. I mean, we had a tent and we camped a lot in the backyard, and also my dad would just go okay, we're just going to get away. And he would go, like, we would go to one of the like camping parks that was like within a 15-mile radius, or even back in the day when I was young, it was okay for you to go, hey, there's a little beach thing on the side of this river, and we're just going to put a tent right there. And so we would do that. We would just go over to the river and put a tent up and take our gear and have stay overnight. Like there wasn't anything else to do there except for like float on the river, but you could do that. So not everything.
All right, number 8. Free samples at Sam's is the highlight of your Saturday afternoon. I don't normally do the samples at Sam's. Sometimes I do for something that really kind of hits my fancy, but we don't just go to Sam's just for the samples.
I'm going to be honest with you. If there's a time that I'm trying not to be at Sam's, is Saturday afternoons.
Yeah,
because it's really busy at our Sam's Club on Saturday afternoons. Maybe because people are there for the samples. I'm not sure. But there's a lot of people. And so, you're like trying to dart in and get your well, for us, dart in and try to get our like 3 or 4 things that we had on our list and then get back out. If you have Sam's Club, be sure to have your app on your phone and scan it while you're in the store and go ahead and pay. That way you don't have to stand in those super long lines just to check out. Saves us a lot of time. Samples at Costco, yes. Not on Saturday though.
Yeah, not on Saturday.
I think it's because everybody goes on Saturday, and so you don't want to be there on a Saturday afternoon.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't stop at a lot of, and anytime I pass by somebody doing the samples in a store, I think about Dawn from Sensible Living with Money Mom, how that's one of her many jobs. And I think I would totally want to stop at Dawn's booth, but we don't do a lot of samples in the stores, but yeah. All right.
This is Celia.
Hello.
Hey.
Good to see you. We are just answering some, let's say there are 40 ways that you might be frugal. We're saying yes or no based on whether or not we would do that at the end. And we're just going to tally it up and see what the percentage of frugal we are. And, those who have been.
Just a disclaimer, all frugal questions are relative to your experience.
Your life, where you are in this time in your life.
We got questions from somebody else, but they don't necessarily apply to us. So whatever percentage we get today is kind of, you take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, we got them from Under the Median, which that I chose to use them because I thought that Hope's wording was just hilarious. And so we're doing that we know that there's other people who would have other things on their list. So that's what we're doing. So
number 9, your kitchen is decorated with drying.
Hold on just a second. I haven't been putting. That was yes. No. No. Okay, now.
Your kitchen is decorated with drying washed plastic Ziploc bags. That's a no.
No,
no
really
for
don't.
us. Especially depending on what you
put in it. I've been known to use things like say I throw some almonds in a bag to take to the theme parks. I might come back and just shake the crumbs out and whatever and clean it out and reuse it for something like almonds. But if it's had any kind of liquid or anything that could spoil or something, no. Nah. All right.
Number 10, retail therapy. To you, that means strolling the clearance aisles. I mean, stroll them maybe, but I'm not necessarily going to buy anything.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to note that I personally don't think, I don't like the words retail therapy. It sounds like, spending money to avoid handling a problem that you have, like that. And then that probably wasn't the way they meant it, but that is something. I think it's a term that is used these days that basically makes it sound like I would rather spend money on consuming something instead of handling what was causing the problem, which, anyway, that I digress. That wasn't the point of this. But anyway, to you, that means strolling the clearance aisles. I mean, I go into clearance sections more than Joel does. He usually looks at me like, well, why are we going down this aisle? He's like, because it's, I want to see if there's anything on clearance I might want. But,
about this? If you
then I seldom ever buy anything from it.
Maybe we should reword our question and say, if you skip the clearance aisles because it's not on your list.
Yeah, exactly. And that's pretty much why I will go down the clearance aisles just to see, is there anything that was on my list? And chances are that it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. We do look at clearance meat every time we go into the stores.
Yep.
But other than that, like anything else that would be considered clearance sections, I might walk through it, but unless it was on the list, I try not to buy stuff like that because it wasn't something that I had on my list. It probably wasn't something I needed. So, yeah.
Number 11. Your idea of a gourmet meal is anything that you can cook with leftovers.
I mean, sometimes when we take our whole chickens and we cook it the first night, the next night we take that chicken and we might make Joel's favorite chicken and wild rice soup. Yep. I think he would consider that gourmet.
Yeah.
And also the chicken and sausage gumbo.
Better than Panera. It's a Panera copycat, but our version is better than Panera.
It's not our version. It was the one we got from the internet. But
well, it's ours now. Because we add celery to it, and the recipe doesn't add celery to it, so we added something new to it, so it's our recipe now. Right? Come on, give me some love in the comments.
You know why? You know why we added celery to it? Because Joel wants to add celery to all soups.
That's right. All soups should have celery. Okay, let's see what's next.
We get given ourselves a yes on that one.
Yeah, number 12. The words sale and discount have a magical effect on your mood. I don't know. Maybe if I walk by the discount, the day olds in Walmart and they have like powdered donuts there, maybe.
But we don't buy it.
We don't buy them.
Because it wasn't on the list.
Yes, it wasn't on the list.
Okay.
Yeah, celery is good.
Okay, I wouldn't say that I would consider it a magical effect on my mood if I found a deal on food. I would consider it a magical effect on my mood if it was something that was really expensive. Say we were looking for a new laptop and we found one that was 50% off. Woo! And we were looking for it too. Yes. Yeah. Only if I find something great. I don't. Yeah. That's Bara. Oh. Hello. How are you doing? So it is strong tasting. It is strong tasting. I agree. Which I think that maybe why he likes it in soup. It doesn't really.
You combine it with other things, it doesn't.
Yes, exactly. You don't taste just the celery.
Yeah.
Doing good, doing good. How about you? Thanks for joining us. All right, so sell and discount. Again, I'm going to say yes to that because, again, if it was something like if it was a sell or discount on a car and we were in the process of looking for a car or a computer or anything that was like on the expensive side and we just happened to work it out so that it was like a big deal sale on it, I would say yes. If it was just food or something, then yeah, I might. I don't know if I consider that a magical effect. I'd just be happy that I spent less.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, number 13. Your friends know not to ask you to split the bill evenly at restaurants. My friends know not to ask me that now. I've never split the bill evenly with anybody.
I'm going to be honest with you. We were watching. How long ago was that? That would have been in the 1990s.
Friends in season 1.
Yeah, the Friends TV show, and they were talking about splitting the bill evenly, and some of them didn't have as much money as the other ones, and they were getting upset about splitting the bill evenly. And we were like, "Who does that?" We've never gone anywhere with anyone, and they said, "Let's split the bill evenly." No, you might pay for your own stuff, but we've never. I mean, there's been times when maybe we picked up the check for everybody, and then the next time somebody else picked up the check, but we've never said, "Hey, let's collect the total of the check and then divide it among ourselves." Like, we've never done that. So that is a surprising thing that, like I said, back in the 1990s, we were like, "Who does that?"
Yeah. So no. Oh no, they do. I mean, yes, they do know not to ask.
They do know not to ask, I guess, because nobody ever does. Assumptions, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, you can put yes on that one.
Yeah.
Number 13. Your friends know not to ask you to.
No, you just said that.
I just did that one. It's deja vu all over again. Number 14. You calculated the cost per use of every item you own. Every item, no. Most of the foodstuffs we know. Now, that's a different thing at work. I've calculated.
Maybe that's why he doesn't want to do it at home. He does it at work.
I calculated use per $1,000 of business. So I know if somebody asks me, "Hey, we only have so much of a certain amount," I can say, "Okay, we have 3 cases left, but we're only going to need 2 for today," because I know how much we use. So if that's the case, then yeah, I do it at work. But we don't do it on everything at home, but I do it on most everything at work.
Yeah. Now, I think when they talked about it, they talked a lot about like calculating their car expenses and stuff. And so I would say, like Joel does, keep up with how many miles he can get to the. What's the word?
Miles per gallon.
Miles per gallon. I don't know what you just said.
I gotta get gas before I go to work.
Oh, he just remembered he's got to get gas before he goes to work. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, that's that. In that way, yes, he does calculate car expenses, but every little, we're as Jan. Can't remember what her new YouTube channel name is. Y'all forgive me. Jan from New York City Saves Money. She changed her channel name, but she calls it being a bean counter. I wouldn't say that we're a bean counter to a fault on everything.
Yeah.
So no. Okay.
Number 15. Your phone is a relic because you refuse to upgrade. We only upgraded our phones last time because we got them for free.
Well,
when we switched our plans,
right,
from Verizon to AT&T, they gave us free phones, and with all of our discounts and everything. So,
but we reduced our
phone bill by about $100.
Yeah. So that was the reason why we moved over there, was because we were actually going to be reducing our phone bill and our internet bill all at once, and it came with you had to get the phones because it was a different service or whatever.
So I guess we're what, 3 or 4 3 or 4 upgrades behind now. We got the 12s, and I think iPhones are up to 15s now. So
Yeah.
So in that, I guess ours are a relic at this point, or soon will be. But they still
but not like as much of a relic as some people
not like having
might
a brick
do.
phone or something, or the old flip phones.
But
from the old days.
We do use our phones for recording videos, so we do try to make sure that it's at least functioning pretty well, because that's the only way we can record our videos.
Yep.
Yeah. So
all right,
a little bit. We're gonna say yes to that, right?
Number 16, you get a sense of accomplishment when you find loose change in your couch cushions. We don't really have loose change in our couch cushions. We do find loose change in our car from time to time.
Yeah.
And most of the change that I take out of my pocket, I got a cup that we keep up in the cabinet right over there. You can't see it, but it's right over there. That I have a lot of change in, and some loose bills that we keep over there. So anytime I have change, that's where it goes.
He just told y'all where he keeps his loose
bills. Right over there.
We seldom ever deal with cash. So if anybody's thinking, wow, if I can just figure out where they live, you're not going to get much.
Yeah. It's right there. See me pointing at it? It's right there. Number 17, you turned off lights in the house to save. What'd you go? No,
did we say no or yes? Did we say no or yes?
Know. Does it give me a sense of accomplishment because I have a cup full of change? Sure.
Okay. All right.
Number 17, you turned off lights in the house to save electricity, even if it means navigating in the dark. No. I mean, I turn off lights, sure. But if I need them to go down the stairs or something, I'm going to turn it on. I don't always turn them on, but I don't purposefully not turn them on. But if I need them, I do turn them on. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
No, I'm afraid of tripping. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I always turn the light on.
Then put a no there. Then put a no there.
Put a no there. Okay.
Your idea of fancy coffee is brewing it at home in your mismatched mugs. No. Not for no.
All right. Let's define fancy coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. For us, there's this thing that we call frou-frou coffee.
Yep.
And frou-frou coffee is the kind that you get not like at Starbucks or anything, but like at a nice cafe where they give you the little, like, there's a design on the top of your coffee foam and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. To us, that's frou-frou coffee, and I can't do that. Can't make it. Can't do that. And if I did, I'd probably spend a lot of money trying to make that. But there's also like coffee that we drink at home, and we love it, and we do have mismatched mugs, and so we love that, and we would call that, is good coffee. Or do you think it's good coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, it's good coffee. It's just not frou-frou coffee.
Yeah.
Because frou-frou coffee is like just a different thing where it has the nice foam and the patterns on it, or the Cool Whip all the way to the top with sprinkles of something on it, or something like that. And we wouldn't want to drink that every day anyway, because that would be a lot of calories just on our coffee. But instead, Joel puts a little creamer in his. I put a little heavy cream on in our coffee, in my coffee, and so the calorie count is very substantially lower than frou-frou coffee.
Yeah.
So our little at-home fancy coffee in our mismatched mugs, which, by the way, we have special feelings about our mismatched mugs. We love them all.
Yeah.
They have a story.
Yep.
But they are much lower calorie than our frou-frou coffee. And so we do consider those, the frou-frou coffee, we consider as treats. We will get one like once a week. Not every day.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
Number 19, receiving a free pen makes your day and you guard it like a treasure. I do that. When somebody gives me a pen or something like that, I try to keep it. I've got some things. I've got a pickle pen that I got that I got from a former coworker. A few things like that. I don't know that I guard them like a treasure, but I do try to keep them as long as I can. So
I don't. Maybe it's because I used to be a financial secretary. I feel a certain way about the type of pen I use, and so we will buy a pack of like good pens and protect them in the house, and they last a long time. And the last time we bought pens has probably been 5 or 6 years ago, because we made sure that the pen goes back where it belongs, so we don't lose them.
yeah,
So
yep.
So I would say, yeah, he's going to say yes. So we're going to go with yes on that.
Okay.
But I will say, I will guard the pens that I actually purchased more than I do the free pen.
Okay, there you go. Number 20, you hosted a potluck dinner because sharing the cost is a frugal way to feast. I will say, if it's like a bunch of people coming over, then yeah, it'd be potluck. Hey, bring what you want and things like that. If it's like just one family coming over to visit, then we probably just cook ourselves and cook for them. I know we did a Thanksgiving one time where we had a coworker come over and his wife, and we cooked everything and they brought a dessert. So if you count that as potluck, then yeah.
And
usually people will be courteous and ask if they can bring something.
Exactly. If we're invited to someone's house, even if they say potluck or not, we will say, what can we bring? What can we bring? Mm-hmm. And being that we've been in a lot of Southern churches, potluck dinners is like a very common thing. Like everybody does. The church will have a big event and everybody brings something to the event. So on that side, we've done those, but that's like a church thing. It's not like an intended way of saving money. But anyway, I always bring something. Yeah. That's what we're always like. Can we bring something?
Yep.
It's just the kind of like courteous thing to do. Yep.
Number 21. Your holiday decorations are a mix of handmade crafts and items from the dollar store. I think our personal things are yes.
What?
The crafts and things, because you made a lot of the ornaments that we have. Now we do specifically buy ornaments we bought our ornaments for our kids every year.
Yeah.
To have a collection of ornaments. So
each son has a bin that is full of ornaments that we have given them over their 20-ish, 30 years of life. They get one every year. And now that one of our sons is married, there's been some years that we gave both him and his wife an ornament separately, and then there's been others where we were like, this one's going to have so much meaning that we're going to let it be their together ornament. Mm-hmm. Like this past year, we took an ultrasound of our little Minnie that will be born in March. It was an ultrasound picture of her. It had it put on an ornament with her name and that she would be arriving in 2024. And so that was a together ornament for them. So we do buy those kind of ornaments, but we also have like all of the ornaments that they ever made. Mm-hmm. Some of the ornaments are ones that I used to do when I was in my crafting era, like marbled. Like I have I took paint and made them marbleized, and then so they're marble ornaments. There's also ones that I slipped pictures of our kids down into an ornament. And so their picture is on the inside of the ornament. So we have those kind. We don't really have any dollar store stuff. Any ornaments other than those are the ones that were given to us. Either they were given to us as Christmas gifts from fellow church members, or we were at some kind of church function where everyone was supposed to bring a Christmas ornament and you did like a white elephant kind of exchange. So we have a lot of, or secret Santa ornaments, things like that. Our tree is full of that. It's very eclectic. We did a video several years ago with all of our ornaments and everything that we have, and how we don't buy new Christmas decor every year, and that we've been using a lot of the same stuff for decades. So, we can link that in the video after, in the description after the video is over.
Yep. Number 22, you know the exact price of every item in your grocery cart before reaching the checkout. Yes, because we video.
Yeah, we video, and also we're doing price comparison.
Yep.
So it's very hard for us to do a price comparison of video of items side by side and not actually know what they are. Now, they talked about like totaling it up and knowing how much it was going to be total wise by the time they got to the register, and we don't do that.
We don't do that.
And the reason why is because we set a budget for the entire month, and my word, we would be buying a lot of food if we went over that budget in 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really worry about it because we know that we have a budget for the entire month. So
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't ever like really come into to that part where we actually think we're like, oh no, we're going to spend. So we don't really keep up with it for the total, but just we do know what the prices are of each item. And if we see something that was just like has jumped up way a lot or something like that, then we would be like,
yep.
Yeah. So
number 23, you turned your thermostat down so low that your friends think your home doubles as a freezer. I'm assuming that's for the winter time.
And we don't have winter here.
But however, we have not turned on the heat this winter.
Yeah, we need to flip our question. Yeah, but we haven't turned on our heat, but also our lowest temperature has been
39.
39.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was like
at early in the morning, and then it warmed up like to 50 or 60 during the day. So
right.
So yeah.
Right. And that one day, my feet were cold all day. That was the closest we came to actually saying we might have to turn the heat on, but we didn't. We didn't do that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. She lives in was that considered South Texas, right? So
yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
And one of the good things about living so far north is you're not hard on your heat.
Yep.
But you might be a little harder on your air conditioning.
That's right. Now, during the summertime, they may think it's a sauna in here during the day.
Yeah, that's
we're running up to 78. It stays on 78 during the day, and this is pretty much year round. 78 during the day, and then 75 at night is where we run it. So,
yeah, yeah, that's so. Yeah, somebody might. I mean, we've had people come in before, and like family members, and imply that it was kind of hot in here.
Yeah. And so if you're doing that in the summertime, then that's not frugal because you're running your air conditioner all the time. So I'm assuming that's a winter question. All right.
Yeah.
Number 24. You have a dedicated drawer for ketchup and soy sauce packets from takeout.
Ketchup, what?
Yeah, no. Soy sauce? We don't do a lot of takeout. So.
Not from places that would give you soy sauce packets. Yeah. Joel doesn't. He's not a big order from a Chinese restaurant kind of person, so we don't end up with a lot of soy sauce packets
or ketchup.
Joel and I don't like ketchup.
We don't really eat ketchup. So
we have one bottle of ketchup in our house, and it's for our son. But yeah. But if we say, do you have a dedicated drawer for Chick-fil-A sauces or
then that would be a yes.
Then that would be a yes. But it's not really a drawer. It's a little container thing that's in our pantry.
It's right over there.
We have a couple of packets
You can
in
see
it.
it's right over there. It's kind of to the left of where we keep the loose money. It's right there.
Anyway, and we set our garlic on top of it, which probably needs a better solution. But yeah, we got Chick-fil-A sauces because Chick-fil-A is always over generous sometimes with their sauces. We need to speed it up. Okay.
Number 25. Your friends ask you for financial advice knowing that you're the frugal guru in the group. Sometimes, yes. I do have people at work that ask me because they know we have a YouTube channel. They know we try to live frugally, and they ask questions from time to time. So, yep. Number 26. You reuse gift wrap so skillfully that your presents look like a work of art. We use reuse gift bags.
We'll reuse gift bags.
We don't wrap a lot of things. We won't normally get gift bags. We reuse them. Even bags that people give us, we reuse them as well.
Yeah, but I will buy one thing of gift wrap and it will last us for a long time because our son and daughter-in-law live all the way in Tennessee. We have most of their stuff, like gifts that we send them, sent through Amazon or somewhere like that. So we don't actually ever touch the gift most of the time. So we just don't go through gift wrap very fast.
Yep. Number 27, you have calculated the exact mileage to make car trips worthwhile based on gas prices. No, not really. I do calculate miles per gallon, and I also look at how many our gas gauge is it has blocks, and every time you go about 25 miles, it takes a block off. So I kind of know when I get down low, something like it. It's like last night when I was driving home. I saw there were 3 blocks left, and I was at like 300 and something miles, and I knew I could get probably close to 400 miles if I ran all the blocks down. So I do know that. I do I do know how many miles I can get as my tank is getting lower. I can say, oh, I still got 20 miles I can go, but I don't calculate it like that.
Do we say yes or no to that one?
We say yes to that one.
Okay, and then yes to that one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right.
Your home decor is a mix of hand-me-down furniture and thrift store treasures. That's going to be a no.
Yeah.
We saved up and bought our first living room set. We saved up and bought it because we wanted a nice living room set that we'd never had one before. And so it used to be hand-me-downs.
Yeah, like I was going to say.
And thrift store treasures.
We had both of Joel's great aunts when they passed away, like they didn't have any children. So all the stuff went to Joel and his siblings. So yeah, a lot of our stuff came from their houses when they passed away. We had like a mammoth couch that moved with us a bunch of times because we moved a lot, and it was rough moving that thing. Mm-hmm. It was heavy. But over time, it just kept getting more and more like falling apart because we've moved a lot. Mm-hmm. So when we got this set that's over here, we just did our research, made sure we got a really good quality one, and saved up until we were able to pay the full thing. Just because we were like, we're going to have our own, a set that's just for us.
Yeah, I can. We have a hybrid, and so it helps on gas mileage a lot.
Right.
We can probably get up to, if we run it all the way down, 375 to almost 400 miles on a tank of gas. So, Yep. All right, let's see. Next. Your favorite words are BOGO and 2 for 1. I'm going to say no, and I'm going to tell you why. Because BOGO means you buy one, get one, which is more likely going to have you buy something you don't necessarily need. If you don't need it, there's no way there's no reason to do a BOGO or a 2 for 1 if you don't actually need it. And if you need it, then yeah, go ahead and get it.
Yeah.
But that's why our favorite words are not BOGO and 2 for 1, because they insinuate, not insinuate. What's the word I'm looking for? You don't know.
I don't really know.
Okay.
But it causes you
They
to have,
incentivize you to buy something you don't necessarily need.
yeah, that FOMO, that fear of missing out on
Yeah.
a good deal, might cause you to buy something that you don't even know what you're going to do with it. So it's not that it's bad to use BOGOs or 2-for-1s. It needs to be something that you're actually going to use. Like if you say I wasn't going to buy any Oreos, but they're BOGO, so I got to get them.
Yep.
But you weren't going to buy them anyway, then
Yeah.
you just spent them out for a pack of Oreos. You got 2 out of it, but you didn't need either one of them.
Yeah.
So it's according to kind of like what the deal is, what kind of food item it is, and if you actually have a plan for it. If it's causing you to buy stuff off that you had no intention of buying, then it shouldn't be your favorite word because it caused you to spend money.
Yep.
It's kind of like when he said that about the powdered donuts earlier, and we said, but we don't buy it. Why? Because powdered donuts wasn't on the list, and if he bought it, even if it was a good deal, he still spent money that he did not intend to spend.
Yep.
So,
all right, number 30. You turned washing dishes into a water-saving competition. No, not really.
No.
Our water bill is not really that high. We're paying pretty much the base price anyway, so
yeah.
we can't really lower it any more than we do. So
Yeah, I mean, we use our dishwasher. We use that dishwasher when it is not stuffed, but when it's pretty full, so that we're not just running it to run it. But we also don't we don't overwash our dishes in the sink, so that we're not wasting a lot of water there. But yeah.
Your browser history is full of price comparison sites before making any purchases. Yeah. I will say we don't. We use stuff like Rakuten and honey and all those things that automatically give you the best price or give you cash back while you're browsing. So we don't browse a lot for
Honey pops up and lets you know if it's at a better price somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's kind of catching that for us.
That's right.
But like if you're talking about like maybe something like buying a car where honey is not going to help you,
then
what my favorite website to go to is cargurus.com, and it will show you the prices. It will also show you if the prices have increased or decreased at any time, which is how we found out that a lot of times car dealerships will jack the price of a car up right before a big holiday sale and then reduce the price for the sale, which actually puts it back to where it actually was before. And you just didn't know it because you weren't looking for a car that day.
Yeah.
So websites like cargurus.com really helps you figure out if you're actually getting a real deal on what the dealerships are charging.
Yep.
And also it's a good way, like you can just put in there what car you're looking for, and it will find any car in a whatever radius for you to look for. Like if you say I want a Honda Civic, it'll find all the Honda Civics within a 100-mile radius of where you live.
Yep.
Stuff like that. So
number 32, you've mastered the art of regifting without getting caught. I don't think we regift a lot, unless it's like a white elephant gift that we got like at a white elephant party. Then we would regift that. But if someone gives us something, normally it's what? What are you grinning at?
I was thinking about at Christmas we went to a party and we did white elephant gift, and tell them what your gift was you walked out of the house with. Deodorant.
Oh yeah, deodorant. Yeah.
And he said, "I'm going to regift this next year."
Yeah.
But I mean, I got a candle. He just didn't pick as well as I did.
Yeah, that's right. And then nobody wanted to steal from me because that's what I had.
Because he had deodorant.
Number 33, your ideal date night involves sharing a single dessert to split the cost. Yeah, I mean, we have a video up that, is it up yet? No.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a video up that went up, yesterday?
Yeah.
Of a frugal date night. And we went to, I ran Celebration Half Marathon last Sunday, and then we went back because they were giving discounts for all the runners to show your medals. So we got a 20% discount on our meal. And then on the way back home, we did some Uber Eats deliveries and some Spark deliveries to help pay for it. So we actually came out even that night. That's our ideal date night. Go and eat something and then pay for it on the way back home.
Okay, but it's a single dessert to split the cost. Now, first of all, I want to mention during Hope and Larry's video where Larry was talking with his son Phil about this stuff, Larry said to Phil or Philip that you never want to say to your date, like a girl that you're dating, that you want to split the cost of anything. You just pay for it, and I totally get that. I'm on board. But as a married couple, I'll be honest with you. If he said to me, "Do you want to go to some restaurant and get a dessert and just the dessert to lower the cost of our eating out," I'd be like on board.
Yeah, we've done that.
Because I like the dessert more than anything.
So yeah. And I read that way the first time, but that is, if you're dating someone, you don't want to go and split the cost.
Right, but that might be, yeah.
I think split the cost meant to cut the cost in half.
Yeah,
cut the cost in half. That's the way I read it the second time.
Like not with the other person, but to lower how much you're paying overall. And that's the way I took it. But and like I said, if he said that to me, if he was like, we used to do this from time to time. Do you want to go and get an appetizer and a dessert? And I'm like, yeah, let's go share an appetizer and a dessert. Because I'm eating not as much food because all I'm eating is an appetizer and a dessert. And, so fewer calories than if you get an entree. And you're not spending as much money. And we even have some videos where we have shown that we were like, we just got an appetizer and a dessert, or just a dessert. Like I said, like there used to be, if y'all are familiar with the restaurant Ruby Tuesday, they used to have this thing that was called chocolate tall cake. If he said to me, "You want to go to Ruby Tuesday and just get a chocolate tall cake?" I'd be like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Big enough to share. I think we shared it with 4 people one time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so anyway.
Or with our boys. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Number 34, you carry a big purse of snacks into the theater. Not the theater. I like the theater popcorn and the theater snacks and things. So not the theater.
Hey, but let's put for him, if he doesn't have enough money for that popcorn, he does not have enough money to go to the theater.
That's right. You just don't. But we do take like water bottles and stuff with us to the theme parks when we go, so we don't have to buy water there. So
yeah, and we take snacks in there as well.
Yeah.
The theme parks don't care as long as it's not like a picnic setup where like you have to bring in ice chests and stuff like that. You can't do that, but you can bring any kind of snacks in there.
Yep.
That don't require refrigeration or ice.
Number 35, your idea of a tech upgrade is refurbished gadget. Yeah, I mean the Mac that I have now is refurbished. We got it off the back market. That video is up on the channel if you want to go check that out.
And it's what he's using
and it's
right
what
here.
We're using right now for the live stream. So it works great, and I got it at a very, very, very deep discounted price. I don't know if you can see it, but the Peloton we have in the background right here, we bought that off of Facebook Marketplace. It's normally anywhere between $1,500 and $2,000. We got it; it's practically brand new. We got it for $600. So, yeah, so you can find deals out there if you're willing to look for them. So, yeah, refurbished gadget is a lot of times the way to go.
Yeah.
Number 36. Your favorite restaurants are the ones that have unlimited breadsticks, complimentary chips and salsa, or peanuts. No, I don't know. We don't. I mean, we do. I mean, I like the ones that have the peanuts and, they give you some, unlimited rolls and things like that. I don't know if they're my favorites.
To be honest, for me, I would end up, if I ate that, like what I will end up doing is not eating that at all, because if I do, then I can't eat the entree that I just ordered, which I know, take it home. I do, but the point is that I've just filled up on chips and salsa or peanuts or something instead of eating an actual nutritious meal.
Yep. All right, that's going to be a no.
No.
Number 37. Your travel bucket list consists of destinations where you have friends with spare rooms. All my friends, no, I wouldn't put my friends out like that. Unless they asked me to come and, hey, you're coming here? Yeah, stay with us. But all of my bucket list places, I don't have friends that live there.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Hawaii is on my bucket list. And other than people on YouTube, I don't know anybody that lives in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So, but I wouldn't take Hawaii off the list just so that I could stay like, no. So, but our son and daughter-in-law live in the Smoky Mountains, and so they're our spare room.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's just,
Number 38, you put a no there on 37.
Oh, right.
38, you barter skills instead of paying for services. No, we don't do that. We don't do that.
Not really. Yeah.
Number 39, you put a no there. Number 39, you've mastered the art of making your own cleaning supplies from household items. Yes, I would say that.
I wouldn't say we've mastered it, but we do that. We use vinegar, baking soda.
Yeah, we make our own homemade soap. Not homemade soap, but it's we buy soap and we make foaming soap out of it.
Yeah, and also the
power
wash,
the Dawn power wash.
You can make that at home.
We made that at home with some stuff.
We've also done the like orange peels or lemon peels in vinegar thing, but so I wouldn't say I've mastered that skill though, but yeah, we've done it. Yeah.
Number 40, you've hosted a clothing swap party to refresh your wardrobe without spending a dime. No, never done that.
Same thing as earlier with my height issue. There's not many people who's going to wear the same clothes as me.
I need to make friends that are the same size as I am so I can swap clothes with them.
Yeah, I need someone who's 5'1" and not skinny.
Put a no there and add them up.
All right, Joel, you're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
18? Okay. So there'd be
that's
22,
almost 20.
22
that's
yeses.
almost 50% for sure.
Yeah. So for the yeses, we're at 55%.
All right.
And the no's, we're at 45%.
Okay, so we are 55% frugal.
According to that quiz. I can make up my own quiz and I'll be 100% frugal.
Yeah, because we all base what is frugal on what we actually do ourselves.
That's right.
That's right. But yeah, we really enjoyed doing this quiz. We want to thank Hope and Larry for letting us use it. I asked in the comment if they were okay with it, and they said yes. So if you didn't see theirs, be sure to go over and check them out. It was Larry and their one of their sons, Philip, and it was really cute because they didn't let Philip see statements before they turned the camera on. So he was hearing all of this for the first time. Kind of like Joel after the first 10.
Yeah.
After that, he was probably confused by some of the wording.
Yeah.
or responding and then realizing, oh, maybe they meant that instead.
All right. So if you're watching on the playback, drop us some comments below and let us know what your score was.
If you're willing. Yeah.
If you're willing to. And then let us know if you have any suggestions on frugal things that you do. Maybe frugal quizzes you've taken as well. We'd love to hear about that as well.
Also, let us know if you have anything that you would love for us to talk about in a live stream in the future.
Yep.
Because we're always up for some ideas and make sure that we're providing y'all with live streams that you're interested in.
That's right. So don't forget to hit that, smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, do that. And hit that notifications bell for updates when we upload new videos. But I think that's going to do it today. For the long run, Joel and Christy, I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
Don't forget the long run. Give yourself a little grace. Bye, guys. Thanks for being in the chat today.